Ben Woods, you're a former wine specialist at Waitrose. Do us a favour, just tell us exactly what happened, starting with what your job was at Waitrose.
Well, hi guys, thanks for having me on the show. Well, I've worked for Waitrose for 25 years and had a personal political account that I've been doing since 2014. And politics is a passion of mine, as well as wine. Back in January, I was doxxed, for some of my posts that were commented by Elon Musk that then got saw by.
What do you mean doxxed? They gave away details about.
Well, they found because my a post was seen by 63 million people.
So then it got back. People said this is a guy that works at Waitrose.
Yeah, they did a little research.
HR call you and go, you've brought us into disrepute, sort of thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing, and they this account, a left wing, a hate group account that exposes people they don't agree with. Posted, this is Ben Woods. He works for Waitrose Henley, and he's a far right white supremacist Nazi. This is where he works, and they posted a picture of me, which they lifted off the Waitrose Henley Instagram account. And from that, it just really went from there, really, and Waitrose suspended me, and then eventually on Monday this week they sacked me.
But don't you have a right to a political view? That's enshrined in, I think, the ECHR, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They love using that when they want to use it, but they don't like.
When it's on the other foot, I believe everybody has a right for their their political beliefs, and it's outrageous that an employer can sack you because you don't agree. Of something that you say privately, or just because you work for an employer. I don't think it means that you have a. You can't have a political opinion. My own political beliefs.
It's one of the things I don't understand. And I'm imagining the leafy suburbs of Henley and what goes on there. I mean, I'd have thought the sort of clientele that read a wine blog or talk to a wine expert in Waitrose are going to be people who enjoy a kind of Friday or Saturday night sitting with a glass of claret or Pinot Grigio, whatever it is, and then talking about the issues of the week. I would have thought that, if I'm being honest, and maybe this is just me going crazy, that just as Stella Artois is synonymous with a fight in Rotherham, high-end claret at Waitrose in Henley is synonymous with a political debate.
Absolutely. I mean, it's as long as you're saying lawful, things. You're not being.
And what sort of things did you say?
Well, I'd like to, I like to engage in open debate, left, right, centre. I mean, the more interest in the debate is when you get people from all sides of the spectrum, joining a conversation. I would ask questions and try and engage debate. So there would be questions of what's going on in the week of politics, something that's been on the news, something,
Shamima Begum, you'd make sort of retweet,
absolutely.
And you'd show signs that then it's in a foreign language and go, why are we doing this sort of thing? Which can be a perfectly normal thing. But they'll say you're far right for saying that.
Ben, I just want to know. Yeah. I just want to know, because a lot of these cases, I'm just going to be honest, were you in addition to that crap as a member of staff? And the reason I ask that as a serious comment is because there's loads of people who go, oh, it's all about free speech, but actually they were lazy, never turned up for work, couldn't be bothered.
Were you bad at recommending wine?
I hope not. No, I mean, I'd worked there 25 years, dutiful employee.
So for 25 years, you had an unblemished reputation in your job, and then when you started tweeting politically, the problems happened. Well, I think that does say something. That does say something.
No, I mean, so they started having problems with my because they knew what I was doing online. My account was never. I was never asked to set up the account by Waitrose. It was a personal thing. Which they knew about for years, and it was a well-known thing. So I wasn't it wasn't about what my work ethic was or what I did at work. I was well liked by my customers, well liked by my colleagues.
But you had the wrong views that would bring... I mean, were you an employee? Have you got rights to take them to a tribunal? Are you getting help from the Free Speech Union? I mean, what's going on?
The Free Speech Union have been fantastic. Toby Young has Lord Young, sorry, has been helping.
Where's the balance here? Because so look, I don't have a specific contract with Talk, but I have an implied contract, which is if I was to go, as an example, to make a speech at the National Front, I don't know if they still exist, and go, I'm here from TalkTV, and everyone at TalkTV believes that all ethnic minority people should return to their country of origin, or something crazy like that.
I think they were banned.
I think, well, whatever. But if I was to do something like that, I think legitimately my employers would say, well, hang on a second, you're standing up there representing a view that we don't have. So I do accept that. But where is the balance between what is you as a person and what is you, Ben, the sommelier at Waitrose?
Yeah, I mean, my account, it was, I made it very clear that it was all views of my own.
But still, like if there's a photo of you in the uniform, that's going to do something, isn't it? Look, I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm just trying to say I don't know where the line is.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I think everyone, has a right to have an opinion, whether you work for a company. And I think this is, whether it's you're left. I mean, would this what's happened to me if my views were left leaning?
No, of course not. This is what they look for something when they want to get rid of someone with the wrong views. They'll just look for something to find you. I mean, so what's happening for you in the future? Have you got another gig or?
No, well, no, not at the moment. I mean, obviously, it's only just happened on Monday, so I mean, it's still quite fresh and raw.
Can I tell you what you need to do? Get a job at Majestic Wine in Sunningdale. Can I tell you, there's no lefties ever walk into that place. Can I tell you, they have free samples there, and I will guarantee
he's there all day.
Can I tell you?
I bet he is.
The only red you ever come across in that place is from Bordeaux. Trust me.
But guys, don't you think it's becoming now? Even if you're a little openly right wing or have moderate right wing views, you're classed as far right, and you're being.
Well, I'll tell you what you need to do next week. Come on the show again. We'll do a wine preview. Right.
Absolutely, no.
Right. What we'll do is we'll do our own wine preview, and you can become our wine correspondent.
Yeah.